When I was 10, my father died in an accident. The lawyer asked me a single question. Did I want to stay with my mother or take the $200 million my father had left behind? In my last life, I cried and screamed for my mother. She took the death compensation and turned right around and married the man next door. Oh, sorry, Uncle Greg. I became the unwanted baggage in their eyes, just a burden they could not stand to look at. And in the end, I was worked to death. I collapsed on a construction site at the age of 28. Looking back on that pathetic, laughable life, I was a fool. A complete and total fool. But now, fate has given me a second chance. The crossroads stand before me once more. The woman in front of me is sobbing, tears streaming down her face. Howard, why did you leave us? How are me and Damien supposed to survive? She wails until her body crumbles like wet clay. If no one were holding her up, she would collapse straight to the ground. In my last life, this was the act that fooled me. I believed she was truly heartbroken. I believed she could not live without me. So I threw myself at her legs, crying, begging to stay with her. And what happened? She took the death compensation that cost my father his life. And in less than 3 months, she happily remarried. She married Greg Barnes, the man she always claimed was looking after us. My father's ashes were not even cold. That man moved into our home. He slept in the bed my father used to sleep in. And I became the extra one, the eyesore, the child who should not exist. Greg had a son 2 years older than me, who treated me like a thorn in his eye. To win the stepson's favor, my mother Linda either beat me or screamed at me, day after day, without mercy. The money my father left became their family's ticket to enjoying. It even paid for my stepbrother's girls and his showing off. Meanwhile, I had to scavenge trash just to pay my tuition. I was kicked out before I even finished high school, sent off to work, all under the noble excuse that a boy should learn independence early. I hauled bricks on construction sites for 10 straight years, and in the end, my body gave out. I fell headfirst onto a pile of burning hot steel rods, and I never woke up again. But now, I am reborn. Linda wraps her arms around me. Damien, don't be scared. Mommy will take such good care of you from now on. Her face is smeared with tears and snot, but deep in her eyes something is hiding. Hidden so well everyone almost cannot see it. Urgency, greed. Seeing this, I do not cry the way I did last time. I just watch her perform quietly and coldly. Then my father's best friend walks over. It is also his lawyer too, Uncle Walter, who sighs and pats my shoulder. He then reaches into his briefcase and pulls out a document. Linda, Damien, this is the will Howard left behind. He thought of everything. There is an unusual heaviness in Uncle Walter's voice. Howard prepared for every situation. Under his name is a fortune of $200 million and has been legally notarized. Now there are two choices. First, Damien stays with you. The money is held by you as compensation and child support until Damien comes of age. The moment Linda hears this, her breathing quickens. A terrifying light bursts from her eyes. She stares at the will, locked on it like a hawk. Second, if Damien chooses not to stay with you, the money will go into a trust fund under my supervision. Damien will be the sole owner, and you, Linda, will receive nothing. The air freezes in an instant. Every pair of eyes in the room turns, all focused on me, a 10-year-old boy. Linda's body goes rigid. She glares at Walter as if to say, "How dare you offer this choice?" Then she snaps into her grief-stricken performance again. She clutches me hard against her chest. "Walter, how can you say such a thing? How could I ever give up my own son? Damien is my whole life," she wails. And while she wails, she pinches my arm. She hisses in my ear, vicious and low. "Damien, you say one wrong word and I will beat you to death. You are my son, your money is my money." In my last life, those words made me tremble all over, and I was moved by her "Mommy can't live without you." But now I just feel waves of nausea. I can feel her hand trembling as she pinches me, not from grief, but from excitement, from tension. 200 million. She has never seen that kind of money in her entire life. She is already fantasizing about life after the cash, fantasizing about her perfect future with Greg. Slowly, inch by inch, I pull myself away, out of her suffocating embrace. Once I am free, I lift my head. I meet Walter's stunned eyes. Word by word, clear as crystal, I speak. "Uncle Walter, I choose the second option. I choose the 200 million. The entire funeral hall falls into dead silence. Everyone could hear a pin drop. They are frozen, like someone pressed pause, staring at me with mouths hanging open.